regret marrying her?
Absolutely. I said to her in one of my text messages to her, because she didn't respond because I kept asking her, why did you file for divorce? And she wouldn't say anything. I tried to reach her mom. Her mom would not respond either. I later figured out this felt like a coup. When you
Mhm.
I don't know if you're familiar with. I'm familiar. I say it because I'm from Nigeria, and that we were ruled at one point by the military, and so every so often when you want to change leadership, the president, you stage a coup.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was totally blindsided. I was no member of her family, whether on the mother's side, on the father's side, reached out to me. And the only person I actually reached out to was her mom, and she didn't respond. And so I essentially sent her a text message. I said this was a $5 million rehab project that I took on. She never shared her concerns or issues with me before filing for divorce. If you're married, I've been married quite a bit. I think I understand a little bit about the dynamics of. I should understand a little bit about the dynamics of a relationship. You discuss issues and say, "Hey, if this does not change or something does not happen, this is what might come of it."
Mhm.
We never had those discussions, and I'm happy to share with you text messages where I was essentially blindsided by the
I,
divorce filing.
I was actually going to ask you if this was something that you saw coming, if conversations had been had prior. What do you think or what do you think Portia's reason was to file for divorce?
I think I was targeted.
In what
Um,
way?
I was targeted from day one for financial reasons. When I filed for divorce from my previous, ex-wife, she was in my DM praying for me, and I think I was in a vulnerable position at that time, and I entertained it, and so it just kind of snowballed from there.
Mhm.
Getting engaged in 30 days. I mean, who does that? I was out of my 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 goddamn mind to have done that, and of course, I'm paying dearly for it.
Hey, yo, black men, what's happening, man? Peace. Now, you guys just watched the video clip of Porsha and Simon, and before I get into it, right, let me cause a build up. So I learned my lessons early on, high school and college, dealing with black women, right? And being a young man, you don't have anything to provide. That's why I mentioned in one of my videos, I can't really talk about anything with black women for real beyond the age of 19 because that's like my last actual relationship. I had situationships after that, little hookups and flings, but I mean, even those aren't anything to brag about. You know what I'm saying? So really, I would say at the very latest, 21. By 21, I knew what was really going on with black women for real. So I'm glad to learn all of my lessons young, right? Now, a brother like him, Simon, Nigerian man, married to Porsha, who was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the most ratchet, ghetto ass, ridiculous show that I've ever seen in my life. But it's nothing but black women arguing and fighting and trying to one up each other, trying to prove to the America she's a boss, bitch, a 5-star chick. Listen, no one believes that shit, man. That lifestyle is so corny. That lifestyle is so corny, man. And again, when you look at this stuff, it's like, how do women buy into reality TV? You know what I'm saying? It's not even reality. It's scripted. But anyways, brother Simon, see what he didn't realize when it came to American black women, it's all about a come up. What they don't realize is when black women deal with black men who are clean cut, productive, you got your life put together. Listen, those are negatives. I know it sounds like it's positives, but in the eyes of black women, having those characteristics, having those traits, those are negatives. And see, the way how she sees you, it's like steps. You're a stepping stone. Matter of fact, you're like a stool You know what I'm saying? She's gonna stand on top of you to reach something on the top of the fridge or in one of the higher cabinets. She's gonna stand on top of you, dude. It's about a level up. When she gets with you, it's about a level up. That's what these guys don't realize about black women, and at least here in America. Can I speak for everywhere else? No, but here in America, you're dealing with women who are opportunists. You feel me? And especially black women, they're always looking for the come up. Any black woman you see in a good position, I'm telling you, she's in that position because a man helped her get there. There was a man who she stepped on, most likely a productive black man, because they're not stepping on Tyrone. They're not stepping on Gloctavius. They're not stepping on Pookie. You know what I'm saying? But you, stepdad, yeah, 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 yeah. Some of you dudes, you probably a stepdad right now. You probably the backup plan right now. You probably taking care of kids that's not yours, and you don't even have kids of your own right now. Yo, black man, stop that. Stop that. And see, let me break down Brother Simon, his synopsis real quick, right? Let me give you a synopsis on what Brother Simon was talking about. See, first thing he mentioned was he regrets marrying her. Every black man I've ever met in my life who has been married and divorced always say, listen, I regret marrying her. Of course, I've met white men who say the same thing too about white women. You know, one thing about marriage in America, regardless of race, marriage in America protects the women. It benefits the women, and for you as a man, it's a detriment to you. Three things, especially as a black man, and I would say a white man, can't speak for nobody else, that has to be in place for you to get married here in America. You are doing the financially best that you're possibly doing within your career, right? You're married in front of the state. Third, no prenup. Three things that will harm you. No prenup, meaning she gets alimony, she gets child support. You have to pay bills for her. Fuck no. Then in front of the state, right? The state, whatever state you live in, all 50 of them, the state is in your business. The state is in your business. And if marriage was something that's actually real, you can get married and be poor. You realize in other places around the world, maybe besides the Middle East, people are married and they're poor. If marriage was really about love, the way how they sold it to us on the TV, because we all grew up watching TV, movies. They sold us the Disney dream or the American dream. Big house, wife, children, picket fence, dogs, pool in the backyard, all that stuff, right? If marriage was really about love, I wouldn't need to have all this money. You wouldn't have to meet me as a complete man. We can meet each other at our lowest point, somewhere in the middle, and then we can build. We can build. She'll build with Tyrone. She'll build with Pookie. She'll build with Gloctavius. I've seen it with my own eyes. Women will meet men in prison, let him parole to her place, give him a place to stay, help him get a job, let him use the car, help him get on his feet. You will help that man, but you'll meet a productive man who's not a criminal, who's not fitting all these other superficial stats. And you tell that man, listen, you got to pay for me. Oh, I cost. Oh, my lifestyle. Man, shut the fuck up. You dudes be falling for the nonsense, man. And you know what? Moving into number two, because most men regret getting married in America. But then number two, the man said no one from her family reached out to him. So mind you, she wants a divorce. They're going through it. Usually, right? Usually, when people get married, listen, when a family's going through stuff, I'm sorry. Usually, when people are married and they're going through internal problems, someone from the relative side will reach out to you, whether it's your mother reaching out to her or it's her father reaching out to you. Usually, that's how it's supposed to go. Again, no one wants the marriage to end if it's genuine. But see, when you get married to an American black woman, It's about a come up. Marriage is about a come up for a woman. So you want to be strong and independent. You want to go out, make your own money. And that's another thing you guys fall for, because you get married to her. She's strong and independent, making her own money, quote unquote, right? She divorces you, right? You were doing your financially best. Again, he's making good money. You get married in front of the state, and then you have no prenup. So again, she built her nest egg up while she was with you, just to turn around and take half of what you have to add to her nest egg. So now you're fucked up and she's doing good, talking about some, oh, I'm a successful black woman. I'm strong and independent. I did it on my own. Shut the fuck up. No, you didn't. You took advantage of people. You are a leech. That's what you are. And that's what you black men keep dealing with, man. You keep dealing with these parasites. Do you guys know what a symbiotic relationship is? Look them up. When you get with an American black woman, that's a parasitic relationship. That means one person benefits while the other one is negatively harmed. It's ridiculous, man. He said that he took on a $5 million rehab project, aka Porsha. That's what he's talking about. 5 million. 5 million. 5 million. Again, what was her career? Real Housewives of Atlanta? Jesus, man. You do I feel sorry for brothers, but listen, you gotta first of all, you gotta protect yourself. Not only protect yourself mentally, protect yourself spiritually, and again, your finances come next. You feel me? Protect your mental. When you get around these women, dude, especially the AA, man, come on. Come on. Like I said, I'm glad I learned my lessons young. This will not be me. It's I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it won't be me. It just won't be me, dude. To lose half my stuff for a chick that's not even feeling me like that? No way. And see, number four, and this is the automatic red flag, right? He said that she never shared her issues or concerns about the marriage with him. Like I said, usually if people are mature, you talk about your problems, right, in a relationship. Black women tend to have a way of not talking about the problems. She lets everything bottle up, right? It's a build up for everything. And then either one thing she does is erupt, right? She explodes and go off on you. Now you guys get into a argument, or even worse, a physical altercation, and it's guaranteed she's gonna cheat on you. So she's gonna have all these issues, have all these problems and concerns with you, not discuss it with you, expect you to read her mind, right? Expect you to read her mind like you're Magneto or something. And then when you can't figure it out, when you don't know how to respond, when you don't even see the signs, because she's trying to be mysterious and make you figure it out, she goes and cheats on you. And now she's planning on a way to extract your resources. Like, what? You see how far they're willing to go? Again, the information when it comes to men, they don't really care about, some of them, pursuing a career. Some of them do, right? But the extent that they go to get this kind of information about dealing with men, I think black women pursue this information to give men a bad deal a lot more than what they pursue information as far as leveling up in their careers. You feel me? Because keep it a stack. You're not gonna meet a successful woman who hasn't, especially a successful black woman who hasn't stepped on a black man to get where she is in life. Keep it a stack. Keep it a stack. You feel me? Number five, right? He said that he never saw it coming. He was blindsided. He was targeted for financial reasons. See, that's the only reason why black women get married. You would think, right? You would think they get married. And again, like I said, you would think marriage is based off of love. No, for black women, marriage is a way to secure taking resources from a man. Again, why don't you black women get married to Glocktavius? Why don't you get married to Pookie? Why don't you get married to Tyrone? But you got pregnant by him? Oh, because he don't have shit. So you got pregnant by a fucking bum, turn around, and you want to get married to a real man, a productive man. Listen, and I'm not saying that Portia has kids and that was her exact plan, but that's the average outcome for most black men who get married. You feel me? You get married just to get your shit taken from you. And you would think again, why not marry Tyrone? Because he's fucking broke. Why not marry Glocktavius? Because he's poor. Why not marry Pookie? Because he's a bum. But you think he's a better man than me? Because why? He's taller than you. She feel like, oh, he look better than you. But you still need me. So you're not strong and independent. Because if that was really the case, you would just get pregnant by Tyrone, take his DNA. You can't put him on child support because he don't got shit. So then now you're just stuck raising his bastard. And now you got to work 8, 10, 12 hours a day, spend no time with your kid, right? Your kid is being raised by the streets, social media, and peer pressure from his circle of friends or her friends. And now you got you a thugged out son or a whole ass daughter. But then you want to get married to a productive dude to help you raise that bastard, to help you get them under control. Because see, one thing about Tyrone's genetics, because black women love to be these fucking pseudoscientists, and they got a master's degree in biology, right? And they understand genetics, right? You may think he's a better genetic specimen than the productive, clean cut black brother, right? But see, Tyrone's genetics is unstable. Tyrone's genetics, listen, they can't even control themselves. They're impulsive. They lack emotional intelligence. They lack situational awareness. These guys tend to cause their own problems. I mean, most people do based off your actions, but it's almost like these guys can't get it right. You feel me? Because he's from a genetic stock where they have these kind of internal problems, right? Because and the women know this, dude. That's one thing they do know. You got pregnant by a violent, dangerous man. So if you create a son with him, what do you think that son would be? A violent, dangerous man, an impulsive, uncontrollable man. You feel me? The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. And you can see these tendencies in the kids from young. But hey, marriage is about love, right? No, you just need money because again, black men, they make you feel like you're unimportant. See, and let me get back to it, right? Let me get back to it, but let me say this last point. They make you think that you're unfit to be a father because of things that are out of your control. They make you believe that you're not the best option. They make you believe that you're not a good catch. Listen, I'm telling you, everywhere else, other people can see your value. Just because black women don't want to see your value and admit that you have value, don't believe them. Because she may say she's strong and independent, but Tyrone doesn't help her. Pookie doesn't help her. And if you do see her with these type of dudes, she is controlling him the same way how she believes she can control you. And you saw at one point in the video, right? She was walking on the treadmill and the camera was kind of zoomed in on her butt. See, that's why they believe they can have black men under control because they know you're still controlled. Not even that you desire it. You're still controlled by that black pussy, nigga. And I told you, dudes, you need semen retention so you can break away. Because without that, you will always be on the plantation. You will never be able to get too far away from her. It's the same way how when the Hispanic people, man, they go down to the rodeo and they know how to lasso the cows and the goats and the hogs and everything like that. Listen, she knows how to lasso you back in. She give you a little bit of pussy to wire you to make you feel good, lower your guard, and keep you under control, man. Listen, these simps out here, man, they be getting pussy from these 3 out of 10s, 4 out of 10s, 2 out of 10s. Man, listen, at least get controlled by some fine shit. You know what I'm saying? At least Portia was on a more attractive side. At least you will want to be out in public with her. But see, they all run the same game. And for you simps, man, they ration that pussy out to you. And then you get hypnotized. You get put under a spell. And she ration it out to you, make you angry, make you work for it. ration it back out to you. That's how they brainwash you, dude. That's how they, when you get put into like a prison camp, that's how they captured American soldiers and made them go AWOL on the country, man. They starve you out, right? And then to warm you up, they ration it back out to you. Even in the precinct, when dudes be in the interrogation room, they starve you out for days, then ration that little food out to you. You dudes are sick, man. Sick. You got to get better control, right? Number 6, he said he was in a vulnerable position. And that's one thing about black women, right? Oh my goodness. This might take a little minute for me to break down. But see, one thing about black women, right? They look for you when you're in these vulnerable positions. Again, she doesn't look for Tyrone, Glocktavius, or Pookie in a vulnerable position because he's always in a vulnerable position. He can't take care of himself, so he always needs help. You, as a clean cut, productive black man who's actually responsible, right? Again, you find yourself in sometimes in life where you're in a rut. Again, you might be depressed over something. It doesn't last long, but they know how to seek you out during those times. I even told you guys there was a point in time in Atlanta where I was depressed. You feel me? My proximity to them, my surroundings, I was depressed. I was angry. You feel me? And it definitely killed my spirits after I decided to give up. And that's when the influx of black women who were trying to get with me, because I told you guys, they feel like they can read you based off of your facial features, based off of things you can't control. They believe that they can read you. So I told you guys, on a subconscious level, they have made it a group, right? A group decision as a collective that these men right here that fit these characteristics, these men that look like this, these men that take this path, these men we will starve out. You feel me? So, black men, the reality is most of us are living the same life, the same damn reality. This is why I make the content for the 10%. Just because you want to be a simp and you want to be down bad and you want to be stuck in the same position, don't mean everybody else wants to. That's why I keep saying the 10%. I don't make the content for 90% of black men because the 90% of black men are either Tyrone's, Glocktavius's, or they're simps. And see, the reality is Tyrone, he is a simp, and the simp, he is a trick. You can't be one without being the other. You feel me? So they look for, mind you, it's, you know how in movies, and I mean it's a real thing too, but in movies they show you, listen, when you jump into the ocean and let's say you have a cut on your leg or a really deep wound and you're leaking blood, piranhas can smell blood, sharks can smell blood. I mean, even the average dog can smell fear. So what do you think they do? I mean, even people can kind of sense fear on somebody. So what do you think they do? They capitalize. They attack. That's what black women are doing. You're like a bleeding seal for a shark, man. When you jump in the water and all your blood is pouring out, listen, they can detect you from miles away. Miles. She saw this brother. Listen, the man said he was engaged in 30 days. In 30 days, he was engaged. That's how much she came through. And because he was already vulnerable, right? He was in a vulnerable state. You already, you're already bleeding, dude. All she did was just came through and attacked. You married her in 30 days. See, black women, they will love bomb you to make you feel good, especially when she knows you're a guy who been starved out. That's what guys don't realize is, man, when you talk to these simps, it's like I can I can see it. I can speak for other guys. I can see right through it, man. These dudes will get some box from a 3 out of 10, get love bombed for 2 weeks straight, and now he going through it. What the fuck? You feel me? Like what the like? Come on, dude. And I'm not calling Simon a simp, but I mean I understand the mindset of where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to be able to break things down like this to see the steps, man, to see it's a build up for everything. That's what guys don't realize. And I speak about this before, but pattern recognition. If you look at the pattern that you've had with black women over the course of your life, it will make you sit back and question things, dude. All that being optimistic, all that, oh, I'm gonna keep persevering, all that, oh, I'm gonna keep on trying, I'm gonna keep on trying, I'm gonna keep on trying. That's why I be talking my shit about how black men, you wanna keep on trying. You wanna keep on playing the game on hard. Well, listen, black men, while you play the game on hard, I'm gonna play it on easy. And if me playing the game on easy means that I'm gonna be alone for an extended period of time and I can just sit back and watch other guys go through it and I can sit back and laugh, hell yes. Cause would I rather laugh and be alone? Not lonely, just be alone. I'm by myself. Okay, cool. You have a black joint that you're not even attracted to, because most of these dudes not even smashing nothing attractive. So you got a black woman who you're not attractive to, and she's manipulating you and you can't even see it. What's funny is they make it their mission to stay 5 steps ahead of you. You know, I had a simp tell me something, and like I said, these dudes, they it's funny. They think just like black women, dude. They think that they're doing something, and you know, it's these guys who would tell you stuff about, oh man, do it like this. No, oh no, man, you got to think like this with her, man. Oh no, yo, I'm done. I'm done. Anyways, yo, you guys can keep on getting married, getting taken advantage of, getting sent down to divorce court, getting everything taken away from you. Me, I'm gonna sit back and chill, and I can sit back and laugh while you guys go through it. Anyways, black man, I'm out. Peace.